everyone. So this video will follow on from our previous ballroom video on posture and hold. So you might want to refresh your memory by watching that again. But we're going to talk about shaping and contra body movement, CPM and rotation, and common ways that our frame can break and how to avoid that. So to recap, I said that we should feel like we're spiralling towards our partner, starting from our knees and ending up with our ribcage and our arms calmly sit on top. And I said that our left side should be ever so slightly dominant. However, this is not at the expense of our right side. Whereas in Latin, we get our position by like crunching one side and elongating the other in our kind of zigzag motion. In ballroom, I find it really helpful to think of it as, imagine we have two sticks that sit on our side, and these are wooden sticks, so they can't bend, and that represents that whatever we're doing, our sides shouldn't break. Like in Latin they can, to an extent. Our shaping comes from one side elongating, not at the expense of the other side getting shorter. So if our sticks were here, if I was shaping, my left side's getting even longer than my right side, or my right side's getting even longer than my left side. But these will always stay. My wooden blocks won't fall off, because no matter what we're doing, these sides don't break. Okay, so common mistakes with our frame with this in mind. I'm imagining a lot of you will have had someone say to you like, get that right shoulder down, or pull that left side up, pull that right side up. And what they mean is, say if I was a lead, if my right shoulder is up, it usually means that my left side is off. So if I pull my left side forward, that can help get my right shoulder down. I don't know if you can see that. But that you also have to work up your shoulder muscles in order to push them down, because that takes a lot of practice. Same with followers, we can have our right side up at the expense of our left side. If we think that shaping left means turning left, it doesn't. This is where you'll also get teachers telling you to turn your head left, but I think people can sometimes misunderstand that head left means head up as well, not just with your chin into your shoulder. So you'll often find a lot of followers kind of falling to the left and not working towards their partner. So that right shoulder is up and that left side is down, when we should be pulling that left side up, and then the right shoulder comes down as well. Equally, we can also have it the other way. I've seen some people with their left shoulder too high and their right arm down. This is quite common in leads as well, especially if that arm muscle's getting tired. We can have it this way. Equally, you just pull your right side up and think of your left shoulder being pushed down, and yeah, and then it can be the same for followers as well. If we're really conscious of working towards our partner, we can over exploit the left side and get this shoulder popping up and our right side coming off. So we just pull our right side up and our left shoulder down. I'm sure at least one of you will experience these issues. I know I still do. So common steps that this kind of brings itself to a head. Changing from closed position to promenade is a very common place for people's right side to fall off. And if you're, especially in quick step, if you've got a charge that's the whole length of a floor in promenade and your right side or left side is dropped, that's just not great for the judges. So we really want to practice having these sticks on our sides so that we don't break. So you'll often see people come, if I'm doing a follower first, you come to promenade, and even if our left side is working up, we can, like, I've still seen people drop their right side and then they'll be jumping down the whole of the floor with this right side dropped when it should be up here. So it should be here instead, and whatever we're doing, our two sticks aren't falling. Same for leads. If you're going to promenade, you often see a lot of this when our sticks should be the same length. And a really good way to practice this is if you have a little like kick section or like pendulums in quick step. We don't want any of this in a pendulum. Two sticks are staying here. So like whatever you're doing, there's no funky business going on in ballroom. And I'm trying to think of another common step. I guess whisk, you go for followers, you go to a promenade again. So even if you're lovely here, we take our change step to promenade and we can often fall. Then if we do a wing, it gets even worse, where this side goes as well. So yeah, we want these two sticks to stay no matter what we're doing. And they can often go because we want to make a bigger shape to look even more impressive. But I think from a judge's point of view, it's far better for you to do basic well than to try and get a big shape at the expense of your dancing. So if you can do a beautiful, simple whisk that's straight, that is going to be 10 times better than you trying to go, wah, yeah, da, 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 we're like breaking all over the place. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, CPM and rotation, thinking about these sticks, a really good exercise if you do want to get a bigger shape and you're happy that your sides aren't breaking anywhere. If we stand with our feet together and we're in a mirror, our head is over our toes, if we just practice rotating, and this is really good for practicing your flexibility in your lower back, upper back as well. If we practice rotating around our spine, like Katie was saying in Latin, we don't want any of this or like that. We just practice rotating for now, and then we can add our hold in. Remember that we're ever so slightly left in our hold. I'm sorry, I'm doing it as a follower, but it's the same principles apply as a lead. I'm just going to a follower's hold because that's what's natural for me. So yeah, we're ever so slightly left. If we practice rotating, then we can add in we're going to bend our knees because we're going to mimic our rise and fall. And then to build our shape on top, we want to feel like our left side is elongating, but not at the expense of our right side. So we can practice elongating our right side while our left side, while our right side is still long. And then if we come to neutral, we can do it on this side as well. So our right side is working forward as well as our left. And then the more flexible you become, that's how bigger your shape is. Your shape isn't from pulling away from your partner or like pulling away from your spine and center. It is purely flexibility in your back. So you can practice this, add your hold on top, and then rise and fall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I hope that helps. I find this really hard to explain, but if you then apply it into, say you were just doing the first drive step of your waltz. This is where you have like CPM, rotation, shaping, all in one. So if I do it as a follower first, if we can just practice going 1, this helps our rotation, but also keep in mind that these sides aren't breaking. So we don't want 1 or 1, we want 1. But of course our head is left. And from Elaine's point of view, we can practice going 1, 1, 1. Ooh, just move the carpet then. But our sides aren't breaking here as well. So I hope that helps. Yeah, lots of love.